Hello lovely people, and a very warm welcome to another mixed media tutorial with me, Lisa Taggart. This one's called Woodland Wonders, and I'm very fortunate to have the new release stamps to create a magical scene. We're using the fabulous Dinkles, gel pens, pastel pencils, and we're going on a creative adventure. So if you want to join me, let's look at the materials first of all. First up is the hot press watercolour card, which is great for stamping. We're using masking sheets for masking, a pair of scissors to cut those out. You'll see those later on. A few pencils from this lovely set. These are soft pastels to do some finishing touches. Also, we're having Dinkles, Yellow and Lime Divine to start, Periwinkle and Sea Blue, and finally we've got Magenta and Payne's Grey, and those will be mixed up and used as watercolour paint. Our stamping, we're using mainly medieval blue with a little bit of warm breeze, but it's mainly medieval blue today. We've got our Posca pens in pink, yellow, turquoise, purple and orange. Some gel pens in yellow, white, a glitter pen in gold and a black fine liner. A couple of brushes from the large set, also a water brush and an applicator for the pastels. And I think finally then we have our stickles. This one is Waterfall. It's a beautiful aqua colour. Now for the stamps, we're going to look at the new ones first of all. Vine Corner is this beautiful one, that's one of my favourites. Root Corner, Moss Cap Cluster, Arch of Angels, Corner Small, Elfin Caps, Luca the new little cat, and then also some older stamps. We've got Druids in, which I'm going to cut in half. We've got the Tree of Courage and the Tree of Hope. We're only using a little bit of those. So if you want to convert all of those into something that looks a little bit like this, just keep on watching. Looking at the preparation first, we've cut down our card to 6.5 to 7.5 inches. We've also stamped out a few things and cut them out. That's the masking sheet. So what you do is you stamp onto the sheets and then you basically cut them out. We've got some mushroom caps, and I'm just going to cut this mask in half because that's the way we'll be using it. As you can see, I've pre-prepared the Dinkle powders. I've put out some of the powder from each one, a little hole in the top, and I've mixed them with water. I've mixed up far too much, but you can just leave them like that. They'll dry, you can use them again. I don't actually use the porcelain or the brown, I just use the Payne's Grey. So 6 colours all together, all mixed up and ready to go. So I'm putting in the mushrooms first of all because they're in the foreground and they will need masked before we build up the background. What you can do with the dinkles is that you can mix the colours on the card, and this is what I end up doing really in this painting. I am building up the colours, and each time you put down a new colour you'll see that it mixes with the colour below and it gives you something different. Next up, what I decided to do was take the centre out of the mask and take this Warm Breeze and the little corner and pop it up on the top. I was thinking of doing it at the bottom where the step is, and that would have looked nice as well, but by this stage I decided that I was going to put the cat on the steps. So that's really pretty. I unfortunately end up removing that to an extent because I put in orbs later, which is a shame, and I sort of regret that in a bit, but that's all to come. But it is a lovely little feature. You can see off camera I started to fill in the little dots of the stamp, so they're still peeking through the little black dots, so I've picked them up. I've also taken my orange Posca pen and filled in some of the little bits around the edges and popped in some yellow highlights here and there. But you can see what a difference it starts to come to life when you take your gel pens and pastel pencils. So next up, this is where I decided I would create orbs inspired by the stamp, so I'll blame the stamp. And for some reason I wanted sort of pinky purpley orbs. It was a great idea at the time. So I roll with it, I'll do it anyway and see what happens, and I think I end up adding quite a few extending out into the picture. Which is all part of the magic and all part of the creative process. So there you have it, that's the picture complete, and I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on my creative adventure and using the new release stamps, which are beautiful, and I hope you managed to get your hands on some of them anyway. And I hope too that you will have a go at a similar picture yourselves. I do so enjoy seeing what you create, and you're all amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope, of course, you take very good care of yourselves until next time. But above all, get creating, be brave, and enjoy the adventure.